Welcome, welcome, welcome.
And we are back.
Like we never left.
All right. There's obviously a common theme going on here. We make shows when we want to, not when you guys want us to. So, first of all, stop asking us to make them. We'll make them when we want.
It's like my phone can only take so many messages.
Let's get right into this. Starting with the biggest bum in the league by far, not even close, is number 8.
Dude, make a fucking trade. You suck.
You're literally terrible. You literally blew this game because you refused to drop bombs for guys you need to play, defensive kicker.
But you know what he'll do?
Give yourself a chance.
He'll drop the bums on by after the week is over.
Yeah, after. I'm going to give up on a game because, you know what, my division sucks, and I'm just going to chill there.
I'm going to give up on a game because I want to fucking hold my handcuff. A guy who's been on IR since week 1 and was an 8th round pick. And Zach fucking Moss, who you dropped yesterday. Or 2 days ago. Sorry, my bad. After the Sunday night game.
Yeah, I mean, a little too late for that one. Yeah, I know in the first and second show we made this year, we always joked about, you know, Alex overhyping his players and not trading them and only trading with Bachman. But as the season goes on, they're not jokes.
Yeah,
They ended up just being honest. And you got good offers this year. We were talking, and rumors around the league and sources tell us that you've been getting pretty good offers for some guys and that you're too biased towards and that you don't want to trade. But guess what? You're 8, and that's going to stay that way unless you decide to change your mind.
In a game that could have been, like, I don't want to, no game right now is a must-win. And now going into division play, some of them are.
Yeah.
But last week was not a must-win for him. But the fact that he's just like, fuck it, I'm not starting the defense or kicker. Like, yeah, he was getting killed by buys. Everyone in the league besides 1 or 2 teams is getting killed by buys.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
Like, I had Keenan, I had James Robinson, and McCaffrey's on IR.
Yeah.
Like, I was also hurt by buys, and I'm missing Gronk. I still started a defense and a fucking kicker.
It's not fucking hard.
No, it's not. Please go in on the stats. You did the hard work on these.
Oh, good grief. All right, well, we took into consideration weeks under 100, which in an 8-man, 2-flex, half PPR league should be impossible, right? Unless you're Alex. And, sorry.
Continue.
And, Alex, you weren't the only one to do it twice. There were others, but let's do the weeks under league average, because this is where it gets hilarious.
League average is 133.8. Again, good work. Higher than usual this year.
133.8 is the league average per game. How many times did Alex score under league average? 6. How many games have we played?
Off the top of my head, I think it's 7.
7.
It's 7.
Weird. 6 out of 7 you scored under league average?
And the fact that you're 3-4 in second in your division, you're this year's Hadeen.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It is abysmal. And you're scraping by, which is making you a little scared to make trades, but you're going to need it coming down the wire.
Well, at this point, because I was talking to him today, and I'm just like, you know, I talked to Alex. I talked to him a decent amount. And I was asking him, I made him an offer that I would not have actually sent for Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
And Madison, the Minnesota backfield.
Yep.
And obviously Dalvin, you know, second overall pick. He's Dalvin Cook. You're a Minnesota fan. I get it. I gave you a fucking haul. No doubt about it. Fucking haul. In my Snapchat offer, I did not actually send the offer for a reason.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, like, just want to hold on to Minnesota backfield. I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't accept it. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. And then I'm like, yeah, you need to fill your roster out, though, man. And you go, no, I need to trade for a star. My roster's filled out.
Filled out with bums. Is what I'll say.
Dude, oh my God. Like, what do you mean it's filled out? What the fuck do you mean it's filled out? This is an 8-man league. And I like Deontay Johnson in 10 and 12-man leagues for sure.
In 10 and 12-man leagues, also full-point PPR leagues.
Yes.
Half-point PPR leagues, Deontay Johnson is not in the same category he is in full-point.
Right. Like, every time I make a trade offer and I include Keenan Allen, I hear about how much of a disappointment he's been, which is semi-valid, I will agree. And you just seem to think, like, that's the case with Keenan Allen and with Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, it's all okay with Calvin Ridley.
Like, I trust that Atlanta offense way more than I trust that Chargers offense.
Oh, God.
What the fuck are we doing?
I'm just looking at Calvin Ridley's just charts right now, and it's just...
He's got the targets.
Oh, he's got the targets, and he doesn't do anything with them.
No.
He's like he's like a better version of Robbie Anderson. Like it's just disgusting. He's the 43rd ranked wide receiver. He's averaging 11.1 points, which isn't shit for wide receivers this year.
Not in a half PPR league.
Fucking dude, and you still are acting like he's a wide receiver one.
This man told me his roster was filled out. I don't give a fuck if Elijah Mitchell got the carries this week. Have you ever watched the 49ers once? He might not be active next week.
Yeah,
and then Devontae Booker is a filled out roster. It's the Giants offense, and it's Devontae Booker.
Yeah, listen, and you should probably sell Dalton Schultz while you can, or give what you can.
You can't
for him.
sell tight ends in this league that aren't named Travis Kelce or Darren Waller.
You can't, and I can't even sell Travis Kelce because apparently Alex thinks Dalton Schultz is a good enough tight end to get
Wouldn't drop Dalton Schultz for a fucking defense or kicker when an almost must-win game.
No, and you know what? You know what happens to Dalton Schultz this week when Michael Gallup gets back? Nothing, because that's what he was when Michael Gallup was playing. Nothing. Dalton Schultz got all of Michael Gallup's targets, all of his entire role got put into Dalton Schultz's hands, essentially.
Dalton Schultz is essentially going to become C.J. Uzomah.
Yeah.
And
where you're banking
Uzomah,
on 3 targets a game.
Right, and one of them's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like, I had to start C.J. Uzomah in the league this week
Yeah.
because my team fucking sucked. It's 1-6. Like, of course I had to start C.J. Uzomah. I'm fucking bad in that league.
Oh, Christ, Alex, you piss me off.
You are by far the worst team in this league right now. It's not even close. And you are second in your division, which shows how much of a fucking shit show your division is.
Yeah.
It is awful. Awful.
And you got absolutely fleeced by Wilson, trading for Mahomes, his bum ass. You traded Dak Prescott.
We're praying on the Chiefs' downfall.
Yeah, we were telling you to trade Kittle, which you did, which was a good trade. And then we look back on it, and it's like...
I'll say this about that trade.
No
I don't
production.
necessarily hate it. Like, I hate it for Alex's team though, because when you look at Alex's team and you have to trade Kittle, he had Herbert and Dak. Like now Wilson has Herbert and Dak, but Wilson has 3 good running backs. Wilson has good wide receivers. You know what you don't have? You have 2 good running backs.
Yeah.
End of sentence.
And Aaron Jones has been what this year? 2 games?
Right. Like Aaron Jones has been a disappointment.
You gave
and he's
up all that
trending
capital
down.
for Aaron Jones, and you might as well get some capital back. Try to at least.
Right, well,
his stock's going down.
And this is obviously Victor is ranked higher than Alex. Everyone's ranked higher than Alex for good reason. But like him and like Victor and Alex should both consider fucking trading the guys they traded up for. Just try and recoup some value at this point.
Yeah.
Like you're still in the fold of things. They're both right in the mix in the division and playoff race. Like try and you're not getting anything out of these guys right now.
Yeah.
Alex, you can't get by. Even when you get Kareem Hunt back, you still don't have a full roster.
Man, it's just really frustrating from you, just for a lot of reasons. But
I expect better.
We'll relax with you, Alex. You're. I'll just give you one more stat. You're averaging 118.9 points per game.
God, that's so bad.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. That's like what 10 under league or 15 under league average. Fucking terrible.
We've only given him 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, we're not gonna tear into you like we did Danny that one and give you a 15-minute.
No, you're not that bad. Like you still have a chance every week when you start a defense and kicker.
Yeah, you're still getting lucky with people putting up shit points against you. So, I mean that works. But
so
we'll
yeah,
move
what
on
is
to
this?
7.
What is his points against rank wise? I mean it's.
I didn't write it down, but
written down. So he's just let me rattle off. He's actually doing better than I thought in points against. It's lower. I think he's like
third to last.
I thought he'd be like last.
Yeah.
Just with how his team looks. But anyway, we're done. Now, instead of ripping you into asshole, which you deserve, when we move on to number 7, this is actually just going to be the sympathy tour.
Yeah.
Because you're at 2-5, so we have to put you here. You have the worst record. Wilson, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Because
you ran into an absolute freight train powerhouse that is named Team Gray Trubisky. That's what happened.
That's a fact. The defending champ came through and he's like, I'm the Patriots now.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest in the league. And
league history.
And dude, we shit on you when you made those trades, and I'm looking back on those trades and I'm thinking you won.
He definitely won the one with Danny.
I think you won the one with Alex too.
Or Bachman, you mean?
No, Alex.
Oh, Alex. No, that Bachman one still too, because Waller's been underproducing. So like,
yeah,
that one too.
Bachman's close.
Yeah, because he got Swift. What was it? Swift, Cooper, and Fant, and he gave up. I still give up Diggs. I still don't like that. I don't care if they've both been under. Like, I still don't care. But
because Cooper has done shit.
But his team, like, when you look at his team, like, I think you have the best team in your division.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
And, like I was going to say, I don't even think it's necessarily close.
Jonathan Taylor's coming to fruition.
Number 2 running back right now.
Yeah, he's a beast.
DeAndre Swift has been money. Chubb was hurt, and Chubb is Chubb.
And Damian is somehow just turning it around.
Yeah, like, and Devontae Adams, who he can't play this week. A.J. Brown just got back healthy. Coop is boomer bust. But, like, 3 quarterbacks in the 8-man league is a weird roster, but you have 3 good ones. But still, just a weird move.
Just weird.
Like,
Weird flex.
It's like it's weird to see. Like it's like I'm 2-5 and I have 3 quarterbacks in my 8-man league that only has 6 bench spots.
Yeah.
And but I feel bad because when you look, he's what 3rd in points.
Yep.
3rd in points. You're by far. Let me get that pulled up again. I like that we didn't have to do all this math. Like he is by far. He's the only person over 1,000 in points against, and he's almost at 1,100. It's 1,000.
Yeah.
So,
it's insane.
Yeah, I think I did I can't remember, so this might be wrong, but it's like teams against you are averaging like 155 points a game. It's absurd. I feel bad. You have to be at 7. You have to be.
Yeah, and I mean, just looking. Sorry, I'm just trying to read real quick. I can't exactly see the best. You only have 1 week under 100, which is better than 3 other guys in this league, and 3 weeks under league average,
which
so
is the
you're
average.
4 above. Yeah, you're 4 above. Like you're 4-3 essentially against the field.
Yeah, you should. Your team's better than your record. It's a shame.
It's a feel bad for Wilson type of.
Yeah, because I don't even want to tell him to make a move because I like his team.
Yeah.
So.
And you're gonna get some offers. Just being 2-5, everybody's gonna try to send you some shit.
Right, must-win week. Gotta beat Hadeen.
Yeah, like you're going against a division rival.
You do have to beat Hadeen, though, for sure.
If you lose, I think. I mean, it is an 8-man, 6 people make the playoffs league. So I mean, you're not dead if you lose this game, but you're barely breathing.
Right.
I mean,
he's still alive, but he's barely breathing.
Yeah.
He's barely breathing.
Record with Alex and I can't believe it. Why did we're filming. I told you that like a secret. I hope they couldn't hear it. And,
sorry, Wilson.
So yeah, you got the next one.
Lefty boy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take him out. We
Take
got
him out.
one more trivia correct question.
We've got fans.
And then, enough feeling bad for Wilson. We'll move on.
Yeah, just stick with it, dude. You're gonna be fine.
We're gonna go to number 6, who is coming off a win against the most overrated team in the league, but we'll staying on topic with 6. One of 2 teams who doesn't have a week under 100. It's about the only impressive thing I can say. Oh, I'm number 6, by the way. But
it's crazy that everyone but 2 teams has scored under 100.
yeah, I feel like it's impossible.
It's an 8-man,
2
flex, half PPR league.
Like
if it was a touchdown only league, we could maybe understand why.
Yeah, and even then, it's like just draft kickers. But
yeah, the thing with you is that you're in a weird spot at 3 and 4 because Gibson, I don't want to call him a bust because he's still been productive.
He's a bust for where he was drafted.
Right, and then
what I traded for. Actually,
like, Kansas City backfield's been a shit show. David Montgomery is hurt. Like you have a bunch of running back. Cordero is your savior, but like
he is my saving grace.
You've got dudes you can't really move. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
the only guy who can really move is Kelsey, and his stock is way lower than it should be right now.
Right.
It's the lowest it's going to be.
Right.
But
I like when I look at like McLaurin's money, Jamar Chase has been unbelievable.
It's just a bunch of guys. Like there's really no pizzazz to my team.
Yeah. Yep. And I feel like you have a chance to win every week, but like because there's not really a move like because you can't trade some of these guys you have and go after a star.
No.
You know what I mean?
Unless I bundle a lot of and give up. Unless I give up too much.
Right. And then if you trade the package for Kelsey, with what you have to get back, it's almost like a lot of these packages don't make sense.
Yeah.
Where you picked him and what he's worth.
Yeah, and like just the rest of my like I have too many running backs that are just mediocre.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I think we talked about this the last show we made, or may have been the first one where you're like, yeah I have 4 RB2s.
Yeah.
Like mid-tier RB2s, and it's like that has not changed.
No.
You still just have 4
I
mid-tier.
still just have 4.
Cordero might be an RB1.
Yeah,
But,
like rankings-wise he is, but...
It's so funny. I know we were texting about it when we were talking about our trade last week that never got done.
Yeah.
League sources didn't get a hold of that one, so we won't discuss it.
Yeah, that one's private matter.
But where it's like, I'm giving you, who are you trying to give me, KC backfield instead?
No, I was trying to give you Casey backfield or Montgomery.
Yeah, or Montgomery. I'm like, no, it has to be Cordero. Imagine having that fucking conversation.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Like-
And I wasn't doing it because it's Cordero. It's brutal. It's just terrible.
But you are in, I think you're in must-win territory this week.
Yeah, no, I
think
agree
you
with
absolutely
that.
have to win. Like, did you see they added this on the standings? Where it's like they have the playoff percentage?
Yeah.
Also funny, like, I don't really fuck with ESPN stats because, like, everything they do is dumb pretty much. But, like, Alex is second in his division and 55% to make the playoffs. like, at least they know, like, they look at that team and they're like, damn.
Yeah, like, he fucking sucks.
Like, Jesus Christ. But, but I think you do have to beat Victor. You did beat him the first time you said, right?
Yep.
So it's a huge game for you because that's playoff implications, that's division implications, depending on me and Bachman.
Yeah, it's just... the divisions say this every time, but it's tighter than it's ever been, at least through 7 weeks.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
2 games between first and last, 1 game with the 2 middle. Like, it's crazy stuff.
Now, if Bachman beats me this week and you beat Victor, then he's got the gap.
Yeah, then he's got it. Then
He's probably got
stretching
it on lock. But besides that,
It's getting dicey. Yeah, I got the definition of mediocre, I would say my squad is.
yeah, which makes the playoffs in this league.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I just squeak in the last season.
Yeah, you're like,
lose
I
the first
am the
round.
best first round exit of all time.
Yeah, literally. That's my thing. But we'll move on to, as I previously stated, the most overrated team. I don't think your record reflects
No,
your team at all.
he's the same record as me.
And this is Danny.
Yeah. Roommate, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to talk about this. You need to make a trade.
Yeah,
Really bad.
that, and you need
You
to
need to-
really change your philosophy, because I heard from a source that you think Mike Davis is okay and that he's going to be fine, when you are very fucking wrong, because he is a straight up bum and you played him and he did nothing for you and you lost, and that's probably why, along with a lot of other things.
I'm the source.
But that.
Well, I mean, so we're in an 8-man league right now, and this dude is starting. As of right now, obviously, it's fucking Monday. But he's starting, I don't even know his first name, Khalil Herbert from the Bears.
He's been good.
He has been solid.
I'll give
Oh,
you
yeah, no, for sure. But, like, Montgomery's back. not
Yeah,
this
and
week,
when
next
you're
week?
relying on Khalil Herbert, that's when it's bad.
Well, he's his RB2. Like, it's not even, like, he's his RB2, and you're like, oh, who's he have on his bench? Mike Davis, terrible. And Chris Carson, who is on IR, and he's going to be back for 2 weeks and give you a couple touchdowns, and then he's just going to be right back on IR because it's where he fucking lives.
Yeah.
And, I mean, did I not say that before this happened, the last time we made a show, the first time?
Yeah, right after that trade happened.
Yeah, I'm like, Chris Carson's good for the 10 games he plays.
Yeah, and that's being generous, because
Yeah.
he's probably going to wind up with 7 games under his belt.
Yeah.
Maybe 6. Like,
And he didn't even think to pick up Alex Collins. Like, I remember
No.
that's when Bachman was playing Danny, and Bachman was telling me, he's like, I can't believe I picked him up so Danny couldn't play him. I'm like, I don't even really want him. He ended up starting him this week, which is dumb. But, like, he's like, I can't believe he didn't even, like, I didn't put a waiver in. Like, he was just there. And then you told me he didn't even bother picking him up. You want to know why?
because he likes Mike Davis so much.
That's why.
Is it actually?
Yeah, that's actually why.
Dude!
Yeah, I'm sorry, Danny. The roommate. What is it? Roommate confidentiality agreement kind of went out the window here.
Oh my god, dude.
I think,
Mike Davis lost his job to Cordero fucking Patterson, a wide receiver, a gadget wide receiver at that.
Oh, but he's a solid kick returner.
Yeah.
But
And he lost his job to him.
Mike Williams he's been really good. I know I'm a Keenan Allen owner, so I'm biased. No, I'm fucking not. I've drafted Mike Williams every year besides this year.
Manager, not owner.
Sorry.
You don't do
sorry.
that here.
No, yeah, my bad. But I just think you have to, because when I look at your receivers now, I feel worse than I did a couple weeks ago. Like, I like Godwin. I don't love anyone in that Tampa offense. I like having someone like with Brady, like as a stack.
Yeah.
Like AB is gonna have a week. Godwin's gonna have a week. There's gonna be weeks where 3 of them go off. but you just never Godwin. It's even hard to call him. I think he had a good week this week. He did. He's wide receiver 13, but when I look at Godwin, the thing that concerns me, and as someone who loved Godwin coming in, like I took Godwin kind of early in our Superflex, it's the targets.
Oh, yeah, that's ugly.
Yeah, like 3 weeks, over 10 targets for a guy like Godwin, and one of those was coming this week without AB, and I'd like to look at, I can't remember what other week AB missed. Was that the Miami game, or no?
It was, I think it was the Rams.
Okay, all right, well, yeah, so 7 still. Like, and then Gronk's coming back. Like, there's so many mouths to feed in that offense. I think the only guy I really want, I hate to say that Leonard Fournette is like actually a good fucking running back. We'll get to him in a second. But like Brady is like, just because like I'm gonna feed the mouths, I'm gonna get the points, and then like Victor has Mike Evans, and Mike Evans almost got Victor to 200 this week. He scored 3 touchdowns. Yeah. Mike Evans might have 2 catches next week. God damn it. This fucking laptop.
Don't hate, appreciate it.
It's getting the job done. That's all I care about. But Haslak, I think you have to. If I'm you, and obviously you're a Vikings fan, so you're going to feel different, and you'd probably feel different if you're in Danny's shoes.
Yeah.
I'm trading Justin Jefferson because you need a running back. You need to get something back. That's the only guy I think that when people look at your team, besides Eckler, who I know you won't trade, I think you move Jefferson for a running back and somebody who can fill in flex too.
Yeah.
And you survive because I think Cooks will be fine. Tyrod's coming back this week or next week. Like Cook, and he's still getting the targets. Like he's been bad. If you look at Cook's points, like he's been bad the last couple weeks.
Yeah, but he also has a sack of potatoes thrown in the ball. So
right. Hey, are we shitting on General Mills?
Never.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Mills Mafia.
Right.
You gotta love the guy.
But our guy over there who just brought down an entire tub of ice cream. Just an entire tub of ice cream. Started General Mills in the Superflex. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. An entire tub of ice cream.
Cookies and cream for everyone.
Leave him alone.
He only brought 1 spoon. It's literally not for everyone. and not even Grace.
Sorry, baby.
Fucking.
You got a shout out.
Danny, here's the long.
Say my at. My Instagram.
What is your at?
At Gracie Shine.
At Gracie Shine.
Don't follow.
She's not going to accept the follow request, I guarantee
It's
you.
madness.
Right.
Also-
Wait, my Snapchat too.
Also probably at Gracie.Shine.
Yeah.
Probably won't add you back on that one either. Who the fuck is Wilson Cass? But
So, Danny, I'm just going to
Not a
show
shy
you a little
Wilson.
bit more. You're the second lowest scoring team, yet you're somehow still at the top of that horseshit division.
yeah, no, because he's going to get a fucking bye week. That's the thing.
And it's disgusting. Same
Yeah.
thing with Alex. You're the top 2 in that division are literally, arguably, the 2 worst teams
It's
in this
fucking
league.
unbelievable. You know what I would do if we had Vegas odds in our league? I don't even care if it would be minus odds at this point. I'm still throwing money on Wilson in that division. Like when I look at
You
all the
should.
rosters, yeah, you should.
Amazing.
But
you should.
you got fucking Alex and Danny with horseshoes up their ass. The 2 lowest scoring teams, and they're at the top of that division. Like that makes
Danny
zero
is the
fucking
second
sense.
lowest scoring team.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
He has 4 weeks under average. Just, I mean, that's pretty average. But I mean, dude, you've sorry.
No,
Sorry.
because you can't trade Eckler. Because I don't like with what you need to get back from Eckler. Like I'm not going to give you James Robinson and Darrell Henderson for Eckler. You know what I mean? Like that's probably what you need to get back for Eckler.
Yeah, but that's just not going to happen.
Right? Because you can't trade Eckler and not get 2 running backs back. Where if you trade Jefferson, you can get a running back and then you get another receiver to fill that flex spot. And everyone in this league besides me and Bachman would suck the skin off of Justin Jefferson's dick, so I would put him on the market.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Literally, yeah, don't be Alex.
Yeah, don't be Alex. And you haven't been Alex. He's been good.
Yeah, he's been
Like,
making
in
the
years
he's
history,
been
he's
making
been good. Even if we don't like how the Mike Williams trade ended up being, like, I mean, I think, what is it? Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020.
Like, but I think you bought at the absolute peak for him, and he's gonna win you weeks. He's like a poor man's Tyreek Hill in a sense. Like,
Yeah.
I also believe in Keenan Allen. So like I think that his targets won't go away, and Herbert's gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna throw to the guy who's more open. That's what I think makes sense for a good quarterback, and I think Herbert is that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sorry, Danny. I think your team sucks.
second lowest scoring team. It's hard not to at least give you a little wrath.
Yeah,
But it's your first in your division, so what do we know?
Yeah, enough of you.
Yeah, not to you. So,
We're going to go on to the man with the red hair.
the man with the red hair
Number
who finally is getting a taste of his own fucking medicine.
Yeah, right. Losing in these double-digit games.
Yeah.
Fucking, that you usually win 84 to 87.
The second highest scoring team.
Yeah, that's wild. And, I mean, looking at the guys he put out on the field this week, you would say insanity.
Right, like this week, like coming
This
up.
no, just this week that just happened.
Yeah,
Like,
this week.
like he
this
threw
next
out
week
he
is
threw out
worse.
Miles Sanders and Michael Carter. It was like, I got a squad.
And he's like, fuck it, I'll still almost beat Bachman.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, fucking
but talk about America's game of the week.
Yeah, I mean, he did get murdered with buys, and I mean, you got your running backs are
He got saved by Leonard
Zeke,
Fournette.
Zeke and Fournette. You
He
did
got
get
saved
fucking
by Leonard
saved
Fournette,
by Fournette.
Because he would be in awful shape. Even with his wideouts, he'd be in, I wouldn't say awful. Because
Yeah.
he'd be in basically the same shape Danny's in, but better. With Tyreek and the Chiefs being Tyreek and the Chiefs, and just, I don't know. I look at his team, and I just, like, I think, what does he do? Like,
He
what
might want
trade-
to. I mean, he could trade one of those Dallas guys. I mean, having a running back and a receiver in the same team, even if it's explosive,
Yeah.
is can be annoying.
It is annoying.
I mean, not saying it's a flaw, but I mean, if
Right,
you were to make,
I have
a move-
Henderson and Cup is obviously a way different level, but like,
Yeah,
Cup is beast.
Cup is
Cup
beast.
is number one.
that's a good take. I agree.
Cup is number one.
Cup is number one, and Cup is beast. Heard it here first. But back on track.
Yeah, that was my train of thought there.
If I'm him, I would see. I'm not gonna say this because I'm gonna send you an offer after this. Like, I'm not. But I would put Hopkins and Hill on the market just because of their names, and they've both been good.
But you're getting more production out of CD than you are either of those guys.
Just because my thing is that, like, what I've always said, especially in this league, because there's two flexes and it's an 8-man league, you need the running backs. You need the running backs.
Yeah.
You need the running backs. Unless you have to fill everything out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, just because your team sucks anyway and you just need points. Like, he needs the running backs. I would, the same way Danny should put Jefferson on the table, I think you should put,
If you need points, you need Cooper Cup, motherfucker. Yay! Get yourself an ice cream bucket.
cheers.
Cheers.
Good night, Sal.
Good night.
Our live audience left.
You heard that here. If you need points, you need Cooper Cup.
I am not entertaining offers. But I think, like, this week against Wilson, you could almost eliminate Wilson, which I think is big for your division because your division fucking sucks, and the only good team, besides arguably yours, is 2-5. Like, I don't know. I would try and get Wilson out of there now. I would try and make it like, I don't want to worry about you. Like,
Just put him out of his misery with all this shit. You're
Yeah.
probably gonna. I mean, knowing you and how your luck has gone, just in history, you're probably gonna win this game 97 to 92, something like that.
He'll end up straight. Like, God, he needs. So he'll pick up a new defense. Obviously, he'll probably drop.
He'll have to
He'll
pick
drop
up
Chenault and Moody and plug a QB and tight end in, and then put. He hasn't even set his lineup. And then put, like, I mean, it's only Tuesday, but
Yeah.
so you haven't looked at waivers, so you're not getting anyone we're talking about. And so he'll put Zeke back in, and then he'll put CD back in, probably for Michael Carter, or probably Michael Carter.
I fucking hope so.
Football team. Oh no, we'll put Thielen back in. I forgot he had Thielen. So he'll put his wideouts back in, and then so he can definitely win.
Yeah.
For sure. Just because you can stream a quarterback in a league easier than, I don't know, name the easiest thing you can think of.
Yeah, just easy.
And tight end's a little difficult. I can give you a tight end if you want. I got a couple of them.
Yeah, I got one if you want one. Kelsey's on the market.
No, you're trying to get Tyreek.
No, I don't want Tyreek.
I'll take Tyreek.
No. Murder is going on.
This
It's
is why
spooky.
This is why we record the show at 3 a.m.
Yeah, it is a spooky weekend we're heading into. So Be prepared for spooky shit. But yeah, Ben, I mean, we spent a good amount of time on you.
I don't even know if we've said much. Second highest scoring team.
Yeah, we think
only
we got
been
a good
under
team.
100 once. Yeah, we're high on Ben. Not high, but like
High enough.
you're
Your
higher than
division's
the
dog
high,
shit.
Yeah, he's the third team in his division right now, based off record and just like tiebreakers, how the standings are.
Yeah.
and we have him as the highest ranked team in the division because of record, and he's better than the other two teams above him.
Yeah, the two teams above you fucking suck.
Yeah,
So
they're not good. They're just simply not good.
yeah, they just get lucky as dog shit.
And so let's move on to number 3, the fucking juggernaut.
The absolute train, the freight train powerhouse of this league, number 3.
I can't.
And who might that be?
Oh my god, it's our defending champ.
You're damn right it is.
I
And you
got
know
the
why?
Vic me going back to back.
You know why he's the
going
defending
back
champ?
to back.
You know why Vic is the defending champ? Because he goes through adversity like no other. Okay? He started the year putting up 67 points. And you know what he did from there? He said, hold my dick and let me fuck everyone.
You know what Vic did? Which I honestly respect because we get on this show every week or every 2 weeks whenever we make it because we fucking do it when we feel like. Stop asking.
Yeah, stop asking.
And
The more you ask, the less we're going to
it's
do.
a fact. But he's just like, we're like, Vic, dude, like, you got to do something. He's like, no, I fucking don't.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
just don't.
He's like, I am literally a freight train.
Right? Like,
Like, I don't have to do anything.
all I had to do was stop at the gas station.
Yeah.
And now we're good to roll. Like, Vic fucking, he does have 2 weeks under 100, but you got to remember the first week of the year, he just forgot how to play fantasy football.
Yeah.
And then he also has the 4 weeks. Like, he's still the second lowest scoring team? Third. Because Danny and Alex are a joke.
Yeah, they're just...
But, like, he almost dropped he had 190 this week. Like, if someone can remember if anyone scored 200, please tell us, because we're actually trying to figure it out. Because we might actually look on the laptop after. I might just take Luke's laptop and do it.
Yeah, you
I
can take it with you.
Yeah. It's the laptop. But
It works really well.
It does.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, Vic, dude, just whatever you do, whatever juice you've been drinking, whatever weights you've been lifting, whatever you've been doing in your life,
In an 8-man league,
just keep doing it.
this man has been holding on to Will Fuller
And guess
for
what?
dear life. And he's
guess what? It's good meat.
you
You know why?
Because Victor's doing it.
Because he's a fucking freight train, is what he is.
I don't get it. I don't get what's going on. Vic, I really do think, because this is a game, obviously I'm sitting right next to you, so I'm sorry I'm going to say this. You can get him out of our division race. Like, you can
He probably will.
completely fucking get him out. And I think, but you're kind of hurt with Jacobs on bye, Saquon being out, Hollywood on bye. You're starting Melvin Gordon, who I know you love, at RB2, and then Michael Thomas might not play, and then Gaskins the flex 2 after Michael Thomas at flex 1. This is the perfect time I think that you need to move one of those running backs to just Jacobs or Barkley. And I'm not saying or Hollywood. Like, you trade one of those guys on by Hollywood, you can give the value for.
Yeah,
you're selling
been
high
going
on
crazy.
Hollywood. But I think that, like, at this point, you can probably still get a good amount for Saquon. I thought the offer I sent you was pretty fair. And you'll get others now that I'm talking about sending you offers for Saquon Barkley.
And if you feel comfortable with Zach Ertz going forward, you can get a pretty good haul for Kyle Pitts for teams that need tight ends too, because tight ends are. I mean, it is an 8-man league, but at the same time, like the way Pitts has been playing.
Right. No, and Pitts is one of those guys that people are kind of just enamored with. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I look at Pitts and I'm like, do I want to give up an asset in Gronk for you? Like, Gronk was like, the only thing with Gronk is health. Like, he was great when he played, but like, it's also Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, it's like Kyle Pitts is fucking cool.
Right. Like, I don't have him in the league. I kind of want Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, and he's just fun. He's just a fun player, you know.
Yeah.
You watch the Falcons, and it's watching Kyle Pitts and Cordell Patterson just go to fucking work.
You know who you don't notice?
It's literally Victor's dream.
Right.
So it's like, oh, it's a dream team for the man.
Yeah.
The fucking powerhouse that is Team Great Trubisky. That's literally what's
oh
going
my
on.
fucking god, I didn't even put that together. No, and you know who else I don't notice on that Falcons team a lot of the time?
Who would that be?
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley.
Fuck you, Alex. I
The
hope you're still
biggest
watching.
fucking bust in fantasy football this year. Who belongs on Alex's team?
That's Allen Robinson.
Yeah, that's true.
That's Allen Robinson. Sorry, guys.
That's a fact.
Shout out to all you for not accepting any trade when he was throwing.
Yeah.
I'll give you an open waiver spot instead. No, but Vic, I think that Rodgers has been fine. He's worked out. Like obviously, quarterbacks in an 8-man league, you don't really have to worry about. We don't ever really talk good about them because, like it's like, oh, you got this guy.
Yeah.
It's helping you. Anyway, long story short, that made no fucking sense. Kamara is kind of coming back to form. Mike Evans is super boomer bust. That's somebody who, after this week, you should honestly think about trading. I think he does have work to do, but also it's Victor, and he's the fucking freight train of the league, and he's the fucking juggernaut.
Yeah.
And this dude could pull an Alex and also not play a flex too, and would probably still put up 140 and win.
Yeah, he's gonna. I'm fairly I'm projected more than him this week, and I'm shaking in my absolute boots right now because I'm running into this freight train they call Team Gray Trubisky, and it is because of the shit that he does. He doesn't do anything, and that is
genius.
It's literally genius. It makes no fucking sense. But you're number 3 because of exactly that.
Yeah.
You run your team exactly how you run your team name. You haven't changed it in 10 years. So, don't change.
Yeah.
Just don't listen to us.
Don't listen to anything we're saying.
Don't be like Barack Obama. Don't change.
That's... Okay. Don't be like Barack Obama.
Don't be like Barack.
I feel like we can say that about every U.S. president. So just don't be a war criminal.
Yeah, except for JFK. That dude was pretty cool.
Yeah, no.
He did a good job and then got shot.
Yeah.
All the good ones got shot.
Yeah, for sure.
It's actually fun.
We should talk politics the rest of the episode.
Yeah, I mean they literally were like doing things for the people, and then the government was like, "Let's kill him."
It's like, what, you want to help people?
Put a bullet in his head.
Wait, he wants to be the U.S. president wants to help Americans?
Yeah, he wants to help people.
This is preposterous.
Kill his ass.
I've never heard this idea. He's an alien. Kill him.
Yep, kill him. He's too relatable. Kill him. All right. Enough of that.
We got super political. We should Dirk and Misty 2050.
Yeah, we're running.
We're running.
And we're gonna...
And this will be our blackmail. Coming in at number 2, we had you at number 1 before Monday night, and then Monday night happened, and you scored less than a team with no defense and no kicker, and the worst team in our league.
And you scored double digits for the second time this year.
Yep, second time this year you've been double digits. You've been below league average 3 times. Bachman, you're the 4th highest scoring team at this point, right?
Yeah,
Is it 4?
Yeah, there's
It's
1,
4.
2, 3. No, I'm looking at Vic. 1. Yeah, 4.
4. So you got to come in at 2.
Right in the middle.
I hate to do it before our matchup because I almost wanted to hype you up, but you got to be number 2. I mean, you pulled a Hadeen on Hadeen, which was honestly, if I wasn't fighting neck and neck for this division with you, it was nice to see.
Yeah.
But your team is still good, for sure. I still think you have one of, if not the best teams. I told you last night I still thought your team was better than mine. I went home and I looked at it. I disagree now. But, you had Najee on bye, you had Diggs on bye, you had Waller hurt, AB was hurt. Like, that's 4 guys in your lineup.
Yeah.
So,
and again,
should have started
and I feel like we say this every time. Your running backs are absolutely just stacked. You trade away Swift and your running backs are still stacked.
Yep.
The thing is, though, is that your receivers are highly questionable. Diggs is your number 1, and Diggs isn't a number 1 receiver this year just based on stats alone. I mean, you're still going to play him as your wide receiver 1 and value him as such. But, and you look at it, he's getting the targets, but, he's not doing what he did last year by any means at all.
No, Josh Allen's gotten better at spreading it around.
Yeah, and Sanders in there is really changing it up.
Dawson Knox. A step,
like, he's not the only guy in that offense anymore, and it's really showing. And he's not a bad receiver. I'm not shitting on him by any means, but he's not a wide receiver 1 production wise.
Yeah, well, in an 8-man league, I'd say, because I would still because he had his bye, so I think it's wide receiver 24 right now, and I think he only has 2 touchdowns. So I think he'll end up finishing. I still would say as a top 12 wide receiver. I still think he'll finish there. I would bet on him at even odds, still finishing top 12 in the fantasy lineup.
Yeah, that's possible.
He does, Lockett has been awful.
Really bad.
Awful. And Russ comes back earliest, not this week, bye week, so in 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks, however you want to take that. And he's going to miss another 2 weeks.
And you can blame Russ, but at the same time, when did Russ go out? Was it the Rams game or was it the 49ers game? Because he had the big weeks in week 1 and 2, and he hasn't done shit since. And I know Russ went out like week 5 or 6.
He went out whenever it was the Rams game because it was Thursday night.
Yeah, so I
he
mean,
got put on IR. So
he's only had 2 games.
Yeah, and it was the first 2 weeks. Because we were talking about a trade last night because I have a hard dick for Waller still, and we were talking about it, and then like I was gonna send it because I'd be getting DK and I'd be getting sending DK and getting Lockett back just without going into the full details.
Yeah.
But like I just thought about it, I'm like I don't even trust Lockett. I can't trust Lockett at all, and he'd be my wide receiver 4 or 5, and I'm still just like I don't want to have to ever depend on you.
And there's another league that I'm just gonna say this just to put it into perspective almost. I don't know if it's just me being stupid or the other guy being stupid, but it was brought up last night watching the game, and I said, hey, I'll give you Michael Pittman for Tyler Lockett straight up. And right away, the man said, yes, send it. And then I thought about it, and I was like, no. I am not giving you Michael Pittman for Tyler Lockett. That's how bad he's been.
Was this full or half? I'm just curious now.
Full.
Full? Oh yeah, I'd rather have Pittman for sure.
Yeah, and I've always hated Tyler Lockett for some weird reason. I think it's because he always goes off against the Vikings. Not this year, but in past.
So you'll always say Marvin Jones.
Yeah, Marvin Jones always hate.
Yeah.
That fucking. I'm not going to say the word. But it was the F one.
Okay.
The F word, which is okay in today's climate, somewhat.
Not if you're John Gruden.
Yeah.
But
John Gruden's biggest crime is that he hated Roger Goodell.
that is
Okay.
true. That is true.
Adam Schefter made that very clear.
The clean sweep.
The clean sweep.
Do you think Bachman has to make a move when they look at his team?
I think that he should try to get. I mean, see, the problem with Bachman is that I just don't trust any of his receivers. I know Antonio. I forgot he had Antonio Brown.
I trust Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I do. I forgot he had him. I'm just looking at it right now.
Right. No, it's hard. Well, because like
And
with
it's kinda
AB,
like
he's missed
Waller
2 games and he
and-
had a really, really bad week too. So
Yeah.
AB's been like, I don't want to because he's missed the game, so he's not boom or bust because the games he hasn't been good. He's missing.
Yeah.
He had 1 game with 3 targets. Every other game he's been fucking money. And even that 1 game he was 9.8. He had 7 catches and he had 11 targets.
Yeah.
Like you want that on your fucking team, point blank period. And it was a game in the rain. against New England.
Yeah, I don't think. I'm just looking at it. I don't think there's anything Bachman really can or should do. I think Waller has been disappointing, but you're not going to trade for a tight end when you have Waller.
Right, and I think the only thing he would have to do is trade for a wideout. I would think, or because I think
he should trade for wideouts.
I think if he can, he should.
Yeah,
But
if the offer's right.
If the offer's right, because like when I look and I just see it's like you're starting Diggs and AB every week. They're healthy, so like, and those guys you're not, especially with this running backs. Like you're really only worried about flex 2, and flex 2. We've said it before. We'll say it again. Like you can fill flex 2 with Edmonds, Connor. Who the fuck is the other guy?
Higgins,
and Lockett. You can figure that out.
Lockett.
Like you have to guess, and you have to guess right, but you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing I would do honestly again is probably level up in a position. Like if he can level up, like if he can trade, like put a package together, and then just get another elite guy. Like fuck it, why not?
Yeah, especially getting later in the season when bye weeks start to get over and like you don't need to really fill out your roster as much. Like
right.
You can package guys, get that stuff. That's always such an advantage. Especially now that bye weeks are happening and you trade 4 guys that already have had their bye. You use your guys that haven't had their bye yet.
Right.
And you
and
package
playing
them.
this week.
Yeah. And you know.
And so I think, like, I still think you have the second best team. I think is really close. We'll use that as a transition. I think I have to be at number 1.
Yeah, there's really no question about that.
And we even argued, like, I was arguing against myself just because Bachman's 5-2. And you did beat me. But, you know, with, like, let's bring out the stats because I have no weeks under 100 and I have 1 week under league average. That's 1 week under 134 points.
Yeah, the next closest has 3 weeks under league average. So
I average 10 more points a game than the second. Or, no, sorry, that's Bachman. I average 10 more points a game than Bachman. 9.5 if you want to get really technical with the round-ups and round-downs.
Yeah.
But I average 8 more points than anybody else.
Yeah.
Or 9, actually, if we're getting technical with the round-ups and round-downs. So I just think, because that's what I said, like when I mentioned we were talking about Bachman's team, like, and we won't sit and talk about my team a bunch, but because we're at 45 minutes already, and we'll probably still preview the game. So,
of course.
but I think that I have been able to keep my team very, very much afloat, and I haven't had Christian McCaffrey since week 3. And he got hurt in week 3. Christian McCaffrey is the best player in fantasy until proven otherwise when healthy.
Cooper Kupp. He's about to break, or he's on pace to break records for every wide receiver category in fantasy football.
It's true. It's true.
Proven otherwise.
That's true. I'm also a McCaffrey dick rider. But Derrick Henry's on pace for 97 touchdowns.
Yeah, and just shattering the NFL record for rushing yards.
Proven
So
otherwise.
it's like,
but no, because I think like I was offering Robinson and Henderson in a package to level up on a running back for weeks on weeks.
yeah,
And at this point, like these are 2 high-end RB2, low-end RB1s.
yeah.
And
I'd say
and
more
like-
so James Robinson on the RB1 standpoint. But
Yeah.
Darrell Henderson can be as well.
Well, because Henderson had a bad game against Detroit this week, and he missed a game, and he's still RB4. So he's technically had a bye.
No, I do love Henderson right now.
Yeah, and I just think that any running back who's getting 15 to 20 touches in that offense, like I would fucking if they signed me, if they signed you, if they signed fucking Orsello,
Yeah.
like I would be like, all right, like I'm starting to do that flex too at least.
Yeah.
He's getting the ball in the Rams offense.
Oh yeah.
Like that's where Robert Woods. I know I'm going to plug your guy, but like Robert Woods still has value because he's getting touches. And
Yeah.
best offensive.
That's the only
one of
reason I should be selling low on him, and then I'm not. Just because
Yeah.
of Sean McVay and what he does in that offense and Matthew Stafford and how he can spread the ball and all this and that. But
Yeah,
Darrell Henderson and Cooper Kupp is one of those wide receiver running back combos that you're not mad or trying to trade when you have them.
right. Like I will.
that's rare to
listen
find.
offers. Yeah, no, 100%. And I think CD and Zeke is one of those two as of right now. But like I think mine is better.
Yeah.
But just because like I think Kupp is. As of right now, obviously he's the best wide receiver in fantasy football. I
Yeah,
think
that's not
going
even a
forward,
question.
like I wouldn't trade him for anybody straight up besides Derrick Henry.
No, and that route they created,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm talking about?
I
Like,
think I've
dude,
heard
Cooper
about
Kupp and McVay, like, literally created a route this offseason. And they do it every fucking game. And it works every fucking time. It's like, it's literally a triple move. And somehow it just works.
it. You know what's funny? You know Renfro created a route too, obviously.
Dude, it was the same route.
It's the same.
Cause
Of course it is.
It's because, you know, they did joint training camp.
Oh,
That's what they talked about.
Yeah.
That they literally were working on it together.
Yeah.
And it's fucking hilarious. And I'm like, and
Hunter Renfro and Cooper Kupp are the same guy.
yeah, they're literally the same person. And just wait, 2 years, Renfro will be putting up these numbers.
Oh. I'm not going to disagree with that. but
No,
real-
those receivers are absolutely R-word because, like, Deebo Samuel, insanity. Cooper Kupp, insanity. Like, you drafted DK Metcalf and Allen Robinson, like, well before the other two guys.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
other two guys are, you have 3 top
way
5.
better. And DK as
wide
of right
receivers.
now. Now this is he hasn't had a bye, but DK as of right now was wide receiver 8, which makes him the
Yeah.
last wide receiver 1 in our 8-man league.
Yeah, and he's the only part of that Seattle offense that didn't take a dip from the Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and he got bailed out because he had a long touchdown last night. But like he also caught a touchdown. He might have even been two or one that Thursday night game from Geno.
Yes.
And I'm not, because the thing with DK, I can't, like, no one wants to take DK right now because they're worried about Russell Wilson, which is fair.
Yeah.
And and it's like, it's your third receiver. It's like, yeah, he's a fucking wide receiver 1.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's I don't think they're worried about taking DK. I think it's more so that they see Cooper Kupp and Debo and they're like, why would I want DK when I can just try to get one of the other two?
Right, and it's
so
like,
it's like,
at that point, like, Debo's the only one I'd consider trading, but at that point, like, I'm not, why would I trade Debo Samuel at this point?
yeah.
Like, what have I been shown? That was a fucking monsoon they played it on Sunday night. And what's up with the Sunday night weather?
Yeah, weather's been, according to Hank Lockwood, weather's fraudulent.
Yeah, no, it's just...
It just doesn't exist.
It does not exist.
Yeah, it's just fake.
It was a good episode of Perfect Day. But I'll call it lucky. I've gotten lucky with tight end with Gronk out. I think Gesicki just being as good as he's been, like not even having to pick someone else up and like just stream, like the fact he's just been so solid. But other than that, like my lineup when McCaffrey's healthy, I can't start Keenan Allen. Like I can't.
Yeah.
And Keenan Allen, like, oh, Keenan Allen's been bad this year. Keenan Allen has fucking been better than Calvin Ridley, and
way better than Calvin Ridley.
and he's got way more room for improvement on a way better offense with a way better quarterback.
Yes, Matt Ryan fucking sucks.
Yeah. So, like, Keenan Allen it still has value. I don't want Keenan Allen. Yeah, I don't want fucking Deontay Johnson. Like,
unless it's full point.
Right.
Which it's fucking not.
Right.
So
I don't want fucking Devontae Booker. Sorry, Alex. But, like, like, another thing, too, like, when I look at my bench, obviously Allen Robinson's probably getting dropped this week. Like, if Gronk comes back and Gronk is 75% of what he was before he got hurt, he is still tight end 14. He's played 2.5 games.
Yeah. That's
Like,
fucking insane.
Like, if Gronk comes back, if he sits out this week, sits out the next, and comes back the week after, and he's fully healthy, and I have Brady, too, who is quarterback 2? Quarterback 1?
One.
Yeah,
One.
quarterback 1 right now.
Jalen Hurts is 2.
I don't think... And then you get
Don't get
McCaffrey back.
twisted.
McCaffrey's coming back next week. Like, McCaffrey almost played against the Vikings. Then he
Yeah.
goes on IR. But it's like, okay, at that point, he goes on IR. He's playing when he comes back.
Yeah.
Like, that's why if I trade you Hubbard this week, it's because you need a running back. Like,
Yeah.
and like it's not because I'm trying to like fill out the roster, but at that point I don't know. I think I'm sitting really fucking pretty, and I still have an absurdly stupid amount of faith in Javonte Williams.
No, I'm right there with you with Javonte specifically because Melvin Gordon is slowly taking it out of that offense.
And
He's
he's
doing
just-
just enough to stay in.
Right, he's playing fine, but it's like you're not that good. And
Yeah.
Javonte Williams, I was saying Bachman, I think almost got annoyed last night. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, he's so fucking good.
Yeah, like whenever
So
like
good.
it's so clear and different when both of them touch the ball, the different in talent.
Right, you know he's like third
Like-
in broken tackles, and he's in the timeshare. Javonte Williams.
That's insane.
Like Henry's first. I can't remember. It might be Chubb who's second. Someone
probably.
else who's like insanely good. And then it's just like, oh, here's Javonte timeshare and Denver Williams.
Yeah.
Dude, and their schedule at the end of the year. That's the thing. I will never drop him, and unless like I'm not throwing him in trades, I just won't do it.
No.
Like I think that at some point, like anyway, we're talking. I said we wouldn't talk about our team for too long. Here we are. But I just think I'm sitting.
You're in very good
I'm
shape.
in very good shape. I mean, what move do I make? I trade for a tight end, but I get Gronk back in 2 weeks, who might be tight end fucking 2.
Yeah. It's
What at this point? Fucking why? Like, fucking why? Like I was like, me and Bachman were talking Waller trades, and I'm just like, and I'm sending him both Gesicki and Gronk and another piece, essentially for Waller, and it's like, why? Why?
yeah.
Like,
There's,
what am I? Why? Like, I'll give you Keenan Allen, who I actually have faith in. Like, if I make a trade with someone this week and I have to, like, scrape by against Bachman, I might have to start Keenan Allen.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
fine.
there's always the oh hey buddy.
It's better than it's better than the second team in the Cloud divisions, wide receiver 1. Mita Mia's back.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
but
there are
I'm
your
coming at one.
rankings.
Yep. So it's Alex, Wilson, Luke, Danny, Hadeen, Victor, Bachman, and me coming in, going into week 8. Now we're almost at an hour, so we'll fly through the predictions.
All right.
And
Here we go. You can just read it off or in from your
yeah, we'll just go
Yours,
we'll go
tough.
for mine. So we'll start with. So actually, let's start with America's Game of the Week. We'll go bottom to top. We'll go with America's Game of the Week first. Alex versus Danny. I think your division is such a shit show. I'm going to give this to Alex. I'm not even looking at matchups. I'm not looking at anything. I'm going to give it to Alex because this is what you guys all deserve. You all deserve it.
Yeah, I'm looking at matchups too. I think I'm gonna give it to. Oh, gross. This game is disgusting. I don't like this. I'm gonna give it to Alex as well.
Yeah.
I'll take Alex.
And then Wilson versus Hadeen.
I'm taking Wilson.
I'm taking Wilson for sure. Especially with what Hadeen's going through with bye weeks. Wilson's team's fucking good. Point blank period. It's fucking good. We feel bad for him. And then you versus Victor.
I'm gonna take Victor.
I would take.
The absolute freight train of a squad. I'm taking Victor.
I'll take you.
I have no faith in the boys.
Because I think that Victor is an absolute juggernaut. But this is the type of game that you'll just come out. Like, our division, their division deserves to be close because they suck.
Yeah.
Our division's going to be close because we don't. Like, it's going to be what it is.
Yeah.
Because we have 4 of the best 6 teams.
Yeah.
And
Fair enough.
And then me and Bachman, I really don't know which way to go with this
Let's
one.
take a look. See. That'll be a close game
And
as
then
well.
I'm
This will
picking-
probably be the highest scoring game.
Oh, for sure.
Unless,
For
I mean,
sure.
besides Alex and Danny. But
Right. Well, you can't compete with greatness.
yeah. Other than the Alex Danny matchup, this will probably be the second highest scoring game.
I'm gonna take myself because I haven't lost the division yet, and I'm gonna take myself. I got 8 straight on the line. It's a big game, and even if I end up making a trade for somebody like a Devontae Adams, if you're listening, Wilson, or some, you know what I mean. If I end up making a trade where I have to throw in some guys, I just think that the fantasy football gods don't like you that much until proven different, Bachman. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take myself.
I'm gonna take Bachman. Yeah. I don't know. As long as Tyler Lockett's on your bench, I'm gonna take Bachman. I see that he is right now.
Yeah.
Keep him there, and I'm taking you.
Oh, no.
I like the way that looks, I guess.
No, I mean he's got a good squad. He's got a good squad. Like it's alright.
Yeah.
I don't take myself. I took myself strictly. I didn't even really look. Robinson and Henderson and Hubbard. I mean Hubbard's Hubbard. Like he gets touches, but he's Hubbard. Like he still plays it, but he plays Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's flex too. Like
Oh, anybody against Atlanta is
Yeah,
fucking
like-
must play.
James Robinson plays Seattle. Daryl Henderson and Cooper Kupp both play Houston. I can't remember who Debo plays. DK plays Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So I like my matchups this week.
I'm also looking at Bachman's though, and I see Mixon against the Jets,
Yeah.
Diggs against Miami,
Oh God.
his defense against Houston,
Oh God. That's 20.
AB against New Orleans,
Oh no.
which is a good defense,
Yeah,
but
hopefully they put Lattimore on.
Latimore's playing on Mike Evans. They always put him on.
They
Mike
always
Evans.
do. Mike. So Victor.
That's why I'm
Yeah,
pausing.
you're gonna be Victor. Yeah. I like my pick. Oh God.
Henry
Well, at least I have
Brady.
Brady to kind of cancel out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully Gronk is back this week.
Kyler will go crazy against Green Bay.
But
There it is.
there it is, guys. Week 7. Week 7.
Week 7.
It's in the books.
Damn.
Here's your
Here's your soda.
Cheesy. Okay.
You
Again,
polished it hard.
again, if you guys screen grab anything from these, you are Satan. We kept it nice and short for you this week.
Under an hour.
Under an hour. But anything else you want to add before we go? Any guys you have on the block?
Travis Kelce's on the block. This is the lowest his price is ever going to be and ever will be the rest of the season. So throw your arms out there now, and boom. That's all I got.
I'm sitting pretty, but you know I'm always down to listen to a good offer. So I'll send everyone in this league a trade at least once this week.
Lefty.
Mita! That's for Mita. All right, guys.
Hey, boy.
See you next week. See you in 2 weeks. See you in 3 weeks. Who knows? Stop fucking asking.
Stop asking.
Bye.